Good afternoon, teachers. My name is Suzette Harris, and I'm excited to speak to you today about the influence of speaking and listening development on young children, which leads to reading and writing skills development. From birth to preschool, children's listening and speaking skills develop through stages. Birth to 6 months, infants begin to respond to sounds. They have different cries to give caregivers to help them calm down. When they hear familiar voices, they will begin to calm. They begin to babble when they are excited or happy at this stage and find their voice through laughter and cooing. 6 months to a year, they will follow sounds they hear with their eyes, respond to music, giggle when playing peekaboo and pat a cake, babble single syllables like mama and dada. They wave bye-bye. They listen when spoken to. They understand words for everyday items such as cup, responds to requests like come here and no. 1 to 2 years, they can follow one-step commands such as get your shoes, imitate vocalization, listen to simple stories, songs, and rhymes, point to pictures and books, knows several body parts, for example, where's your nose, puts 2 words together, more milk, acquires new words regularly. The Utah Core says students will learn to collaborate, express, and listen to ideas, integrate, and evaluate information from various sources, use media and visual displays as well as language and grammar strategically to help achieve communicative purposes and adapt to context and task. 2 to 3 years, young children point to pictures, can follow 2-step commands like find your shoes and get your jacket, combine words and have a word for most things they see, which makes it so much easier for family members and friends to understand them. Ages 3 to 4 knows adjectives and some colors. Their speech is mostly understandable. They answer simple who, what, where, and why questions. Talk about activities they have participated in and use sentences with 4 or more words. At ages 4 to 5, they pay attention to a short story and answer simple questions, hear and understand what is said at home and school, tell stories that are on topic, communicates quickly with other kids and adults they associate with. They use rhyming words and can name some of the letters and numbers. Kindergarten through 3rd grade, the ELA speaking and listening Utah state standards are the same. It is because the focus at this early development stage is on building foundational communication skills like actively listening, following directions, participating in conversations, and expressing basic needs, which are essential for further development across all grade levels before progressing to more communication skills later on. The milestones in kindergarten, they can sound out simple printed words, will sit and pay attention to longer stories and activities, follow multi-step directions, enjoy starting conversations. They stay on a certain topic and they can accurately tell a story and use different voice levels. The milestones in 1st grade, they speak sentence lengths of 5 to 6 words. Their vocabulary is around 2,000 words. They define objects by their use. For example, they will tell you a hammer is used for pounding nails into something. They know opposites of common everyday things, and they ask questions for information. The milestones in 2nd grade are they use most parts of speech, exceptions to grammatical rules are mastered, uses complex sentences when communicating with others, asks and answers honest questions, follows 4-step directions, and understand words with multiple meanings and phonic sound awareness is fully understood. The milestones in 3rd grade, students understand what they read and advance from learning to read to reading to learn. They make sense of jokes and riddles. They use all letter sounds correctly, and they use their words to talk through problems. There are language delays in listening and speaking. According to research, at least 73% of all 2nd grade students identified as struggling readers had difficulty with phonemic awareness and spoken language in kindergarten. Speech and language delays cause children to have problems in several categories, which are understanding verbal directions, frustration when communicating needs to others, vocabulary skills using complete sentences or correct grammar, and completing assignments without help. A child's reading and writing skills can be affected by language and listening delays in many ways. These problems include learning letters and sounds, spelling, fluent oral reading may sound choppy instead, forming letters, written letters, organizing thoughts on paper, and reading comprehension. Teachers should dedicate time each day for students to engage in collaborative conversations using intelligent language with their peers. Listening stations can be created by teachers reading a book, recording it, and then having students listen with headphones and follow along with their fingers, after which they can be divided into small groups to discuss the topic, characters, problem, and solution in the book. I use show and share in my classroom to develop listening and speaking skills. Students bring something from home and stand up in front of the class. They tell 3 things about the object they brought. If there is time, they pass it around so the other students can hold it and examine it. Collaborative books are another way to get kids to talk. As a class, we recently shared ideas on how to cook a turkey. Then each student filled in blanks on a page to complete the story with some of their ideas and drew a picture. The opportunity for each child to listen and share was unbelievably valuable. There are several benefits to collaborative learning in the classroom for the development of listening and speaking skills. Enhance communication skills through discussions, debates, and joint projects help students learn to articulate their thoughts and listen to peers. Another benefit is that this allows students to encounter diverse perspectives and ideas, stimulating critical thinking. Collaborative learning changes listening and speaking into an exciting, interactive journey that boosts motivation. Collaboration builds social interaction, communication, relationships, and confidence. The impact of dyslexia is different for each student and depends on the complexity of the condition. These effects include frustration expressing themselves clearly, the inability to fully comprehend what others mean when they speak, negatively affecting a person's self-esteem and making them feel less capable than they are, and may become discouraging from even finishing their school years. Teachers can be advocates for students with dyslexia by using multisensory strategies, helping them to learn systematically, provide one-on-one help to encourage moving forward at their own pace, give structured practice and immediate feedback to develop automatic word recognition skills, allow students to listen to recordings of books, taped tests for accommodations, and use text reading computer programs. This will give them the confidence to develop speaking and listening skills that empower them to participate actively in classroom activities with their peers. Speaking and listening from the foundation for building, speaking and listening form the foundation for building reading and writing skills. By prioritizing oral and communication skills, we can create a powerful language learning environment that enables individuals to become proficient language users. Teachers, thank you for being here this afternoon, being willing to learn all we can about children and the expected milestones from birth to 3rd grade. We can support each other and parents to create a successful speaking and listening environment for all students.